Left, senior Maddie Nelson, and on my right, junior Paige Imhoff. And I know they're both going to be very disappointed, and I'm a little disappointed at this point, but positive-wise, I'm so proud of the girls for fighting back. They executed everything that we were supposed to do up to the last play, and coach didn't drop a very good play, so it didn't work. But these two, being our big players, stepped up and made big plays, and just proud of them.
What was the diagram of the last play supposed to be?
First of all, and he told me on this side, we usually run it when it's on the other side because the ball comes in and inbounder comes and gets a handoff, and Maddie sets a screen, and then the girl who handed the ball off will get a double screen and roll to the basket. So we basically have an inside look with Paige attacking off the right side. Automatically, it wasn't going to work as well because she's not quite as good going to her left to be able to finish, which was a bad call by me. And the girl who was supposed to get the inbound was way too high. I mean, Paige wasn't going to be able to throw it and circle around way up towards half court. So that we did not execute the last play well at all.
Coach, at least maybe to me, it kind of seemed like this game was there was a struggle to maybe manage between taking a break, maybe rehuddling, and just letting the girls play it out. Did you kind of experience that a little bit?
Yeah, especially in the first half. We usually tend to strive a little bit off turnovers and runs, and we couldn't get anything going. We were fouling, using our hands a lot, and I'll credit them to their posts. We're posting strong, and gave too many and-ones. They were strong and we weren't. I think there was 3 or 4 where we fouled them and they made buckets and just deflated us. And also credit to them. I thought we hit huge shots first half, but we couldn't get any stops. And that's how you make runs, is getting stops, scoring and getting stops. And every time we scored, they came back and answered. So it was hard to get anything going. And I thought we did a better job the second half of just cutting away at it a little bit at a time. We didn't try to get it all back at once. But I think by the end of the third quarter, we were pretty close and we felt like we could manage it.
There's a lot of early foul trouble, especially you, Maddie. Did that have an impact to allow them to get going in the second quarter? Do you feel like it looked like you guys weren't playing the type of defense that you are, capable of?
Yeah, definitely. When I got my first foul, I was like, dang it, Maddie. And then I came down and fouled right again. And, I just felt like from the very beginning, my head wasn't there. And I'll take that and I'll deal with that, but I feel like I just need to get better at understanding basketball better and learn from my teammates and learn from my coach. And I think that at the very beginning our defense wasn't as good as towards the second half, which we picked it up a lot on defense second half, even though we did have foul trouble.
Yeah. Do you feel like that was the difference that allowed you guys to get back into it, especially at the end of the third quarter? You guys go on a 8-0 run, retake the lead. That getting stops was the biggest difference there, probably.
Yeah, and these girls know it. It's all about getting stops defensively, and we just could not do it first half. We were it's not really a matchup zone, but we do a lot of switching, and we thought we could pressure the ball, and it actually backfired. They had such good movement, and we could not get stops. So we switched in the second quarter and just went straight man-to-man where we could match up individually a little better with them, and I thought that worked a lot better.
How tough was that inside match? It was just a battle from start to finish for you guys.
Yeah, their post, I think her name was 23,
Mm-hmm.
I think. 23 and 21, or I think it's 20, yeah. They're both they're super strong, and defensively, I don't think we weren't really ready to pressure the post. So then whenever we got in foul trouble, it just kept piling back on. And then we weren't, on the offensive side, our posts weren't as strong as their posts were. They were going to the free throw line. I think at the end of the first half was like 14 free throws, and we had 0. So that tells you right there that they were being way stronger than us.
It seemed like you guys kept your heads, though, kept trying to attack that whenever you could. That allowed you to get, especially in the fourth quarter, was that sort of your mentality to not back down from that challenge, especially late?
Yeah, I think during the third quarter, I think that's when they started getting in a little bit of foul trouble, because I think at the end of third quarter, I don't think only 15 was in. None of their starters were in. So I think that's when I kind of noticed that coaches being
conservative. He doesn't want to get fouls on offensive. So I figured that's when you should go, is whenever they're secondaries and you go and pressure them.
Yeah. Was 15 one of the best guards that you've seen? I mean, she just hit shot after shot after shot.
The shots she hit were huge, and she was really quick. And 27 points, 23 points. And I thought Kelsey did an amazing job on her. And the shots that she hit while Kelsey were on her were crazy. And then step backs with Kelsey all in her face. So I was very proud of Kelsey, but she hit some clutch shots. And you know, for Kelsey to not back down from her after that happened and come in the fourth quarter and steal the ball from her and turn her over several times, that speaks a lot to the kind of defender that Kelsey is. I mean, she just said, all right, I'm going to make a challenge out of this and get over it. And Maddie's the same way. Maddie was actually arguing with me, wanting 15, but I just didn't want her to get back into foul trouble. And Kelsey had a little more time guarding her, so she knew her a little better, but you saw Maddie go on her and do a great job also. So I could see 15 for a stretch there, got really frustrated. I saw a look on her face. I don't know if you want to call it frustration or because she turned around and nailed a huge three right on us in that time that we were making our run. So I guess maybe it's not frustration as in give me the ball, I want it right now. So
Maddie, it just seems like everything that you guys have gone through this playoffs, it's just been last minute dramatics, especially with your game and shot. After you hit that 3-point play, did you kind of feel like it was meant to be and that you guys were going to pull that out in those last 20 seconds?
Well, I tell myself I'm not going to quit till the very last second. And whenever I hit the last free throw and then we were in a press and they called a timeout and there's 4 seconds left, I didn't have a doubt in my mind. I mean, I always tell myself never have any doubts, and I don't know, like, I just felt like our team works so hard, and not to say they don't deserve it, because they do, but I just feel like we really could have won that game, and I don't know.
one more. I'm just going to say something real quick. These girls are upset because they lost, but because they ask so much of themselves. They are just high schoolers, and Maddie especially, she feels like she didn't manage the game just right, and her coach is pretty hard on them at times about trying to point out this probably wasn't the best shot in this situation, and that's what she's talking about at the beginning is she's a little frustrated because she feels like maybe she could have managed the game a little better, but I would love to be a college coach and get Maddie because there's no bigger sponge than her out there. And how many girls do you know who want to learn the game more to improve? And I'm just extremely proud of her. And there wasn't one girl out there who played a perfect game. So